Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I will be testing the Vanda Electrics Dendrobium. Hello everyone, today I will be testing the Vanda Electrics Dendrobium in multiplayer in Asphalt 9 in the Electric Season 2 MP2 at 6 stars at a rank of 4099, which is also known as Gold Max. So we are on to our first race on Rome, Ancient Rome. So the Vanda Electrics Dendrobium is a high-end Class A car with one of the lowest top speeds of the class, even in Perfect Nitro, because it has a Perfect Nitro boost. It has very good acceleration, handling and drifting, and nitro efficiency. So as I said, this car has a Perfect Nitro speed. With Perfect Nitro it goes 363 miles per hour or 225.5 miles per hour. And without the Perfect Nitro, it will be around 353 km per hour or 219.3 miles per hour, so that is a very big speed difference. And up here we will crash into this building here, and I would like to give some advice on how to tackle that part of Rome, because I know that it will be a bit annoying for some people because you tend to crash in that building. So for the slower cars, which are below 350 km per hour or whatever considered as slow, you should go off the flat ramp, which is the next ramp. And if you have a faster car, which is typically above 370 km per hour, you can fly as high as you can on the barrel ramp and fly above the building. That is, according to my experience, the best way to tackle and avoid wrecking on a part of Rome. And in this race, it came in third place behind a Vanda and a Torridion 1MW. So in this season, the cars that I could use were the Volkswagen Electric R, the new EP9, the Draco GTE, Racer Tachyon Speed, Tacros 8096, and the Torridion 1MW. If I missed out any of the cars, which I don't think so, just take note of it. Yeah, I know for yourself, or probably even comment down below. And here we are on to our second race on Auckland out of bounds. And this car's agility makes it perfect for Auckland because it has a 90, I think it was a 95 handling on this car. It's really good. I think it's better than the Corvette's handling stat, so it makes it really good for Auckland because it can keep its top speed most of the time. It doesn't lose a lot of speed around the turns and can accelerate quickly out of corners because of its very good acceleration. And this car, I find it very similar to the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which was featured in Electric Season 1. However, this car is not as annoying as the 911 because the 911 does not have a Perfect Nitro speed. That means people literally spam shockwave all over the place. However, people will need the Perfect Nitro speed to keep this car at its maximum top speed for basically the entire thing. So you'll see more vendors in Perfect Nitro than in shockwave, unless they are recovering from a wreck or they are going in mid-air. And here onto our third race on Cairo 1000 Minarets. I was surprised that I was able to take that section really well. I didn't expect myself to take that section that well. And also a little side note for this portion of this map, do remember that for slower cars you should go the pyramid route. Slower cars with better nitro should go the pyramid route, and the longer route are for faster cars with worse nitro efficiency. So that means I should have gone to the pyramid route. But anyways, we are still ahead. And also the bunch of barrel rolls at the start of this race is a good technique to practice. Cars of any speed in the game can take that trick pretty well. I have even done it with the Mitsubishi Lancer. It works pretty well. So I have 2000 minaret races in this video. One is the one you're seeing right here, and the other one will be coming up later. And the later race will feature the Vanda's weakness. And I'll just leave it at its top speed, and I'll just share more about it when we reach that race. So we are on to our fourth race on US Midwest Canyon Launch, where we have a purple Vanda Electrics Dendrobium. I've chose purple because I support Film Films. He's one of my favorite Asphalt 9 YouTubers out there, and purple also looks pretty nice on this car. And also, when you're flat spinning off the first flat ramp that you see on this map, do make sure not to wall ride too quickly or else the car will not finish spinning and will reverse against the wall and will lose a lot of speed. In my upcoming Tacros AT96 video, I will show you a clip of what happened when I wall rided too quickly and bad things are gonna happen. And also, the Vanda is a very powerful car and can stay ahead despite its low top speed, because its other stats can make up for that low top speed, because it can keep its speed well, it doesn't lose a lot of speed rounding the corners, and also it can also accelerate quickly out of corners and also maintain that speed. And back there was a bunch of ramps and straight sections, hence a Toridian 1MW caught up and managed to get first place in this race, with us in our purple Vanda finishing in third place. So most of the races here are in Pro, Elite or Master League, because I managed to reach Master League this season. It's the second MP2 I've ever done so, and it's a really cool achievement for me at least. So on to our 5th race on Osaka mode finale, and this here is the correct route. Just probably want to add a few 360s, but back there was the correct route for the beginning of this variant of Osaka. And then here we just take these flat ramps normally, and then we just, you know, get a whole bunch of airspeed. And the upcoming part, which has this narrow section which most players will take, I decided not to take it because I found that it was safer for me, because I didn't really know how to take it because I usually crash there. So I'll practice on it while I continue to go the safer way in multiplayer. So this barrel roll up ahead is optional for cars with worse handling. That means they'll most likely fly out of bounds. And in cars that you probably won't really want to take a barrel roll because it might be difficult, you can brake trick and save up nitro, and then you can just get over that sidewalk, because you don't want to go on the paved road, because it will be quite a long section, a longer section, and then you have to drift as well, so it doesn't really add up, you know. So in this next race on Cairo 1000 Minarets, here I hinted at the Vanda's top speed, and that is because I actually crashed into this building right here on my second attempt doing this inter-building barrel roll trick, which I like to call it, and I got put behind all the way to last place. And the weakness of the Vanda that I wanted to mention just now is its catching up abilities. Okay, see, due to its low top speed, it doesn't really give it an advantage when you are left behind or you wreck. And this car is definitely not a good choice for Class A slipstream at all. I'll prefer the Falcon over this car any day. That was an exaggeration because the Falcon is definitely slower, but anyways, this other Vanda causes us to do a very funny trick on this map as well, and this Tacros tries to bump us, and then we're just thrown into this flurry of reflexive responses as we come to this Cairo 270-degree turn, where I'd like to mention that the Vanda has very good handling and drifting, and it can keep most of its speed around this section. As you can see here, it does it very well. And back there, the Toridian was able to keep up, probably because of its good drifting capabilities, especially when you fully or punch drift. And in the 270-degree turn case, it was a punch drift, because you can't exactly fully on there. And in this race, we come in 5th place. We suffer a blow because that Vanda also bumped us last minute and we wrecked, and then, you know, other factors like this car's low top speed, etc. So on to our 7th race on San Francisco Rollercoaster ride. This here is the correct way to handle the beginning section of this specific variant of San Francisco. And here, as I was trying to wall ride, I knocked down that Vanda in shockwave, so I'm sorry to that player. And then we take this section like this. I usually avoid 360ing off the key because it will most probably like make me miss the ramp sometimes, especially in the worst handling cars. And I must mention there's a difference between handling and drifting. The drifting capabilities of a car will include whether it loses a lot of speed while drifting, and how sharp its drifting is, and how good its drifting radius is. And the handling of a car is the ability of a car to steer left and right without losing a lot of speed. So that is the difference between handling and drifting, in case you were not really sure about what it is. And here we managed to get a pretty good lead because of this Vanda's amazing other stats, which is his handling, acceleration, and nitro efficiency, and we get to master lead in that previous race. And here we have another race on San Francisco Rollercoaster ride, and this race was very kind of memorable, I would say, because this is my first race against a Legions United member. I have never met any LU members. I've met Pro Team members. I have met Surgical Striker members. I have met many other... Wait, is it Surgical? No, I don't know. The $2 team. You know that one from India? I remember it was. So yeah, I met those. I met Pro Team, probably Pro Alpha or Pro... the smaller Pro clubs. And also some UERK or something. But I've never met an LU members in a multiplayer race before. So this was a quite memorable race for me, although it didn't go very well because I got knocked down at the beginning. Anyways, I just moved on, carried on in this race, and I managed to do pretty well. I managed to overtake some people, although I got knocked down. And here for me, this way is faster, although most people like to drift all the way, but sometimes it doesn't really work for me because I think it loses more speed. So I think that, you know, keeping more speed and going the longer way for me is kind of faster. I don't know. And as we finish this race on San Francisco, we are on to our last race on Himalaya's frozen route. And I would also like to tell a little history about Vanda Electrics because it is a company based in Singapore specializing in battery technology and electric mobility. This car was primarily designed by the Williams F1 team, and it's a cool prototype. It's actually made. I don't know whether they're putting into production, but if they are, it's really cool. I really like this car, and it would be really cool if Singapore had its own hypercar. Yeah. So since this is our last race, I'd like to give a general review of the Vanda Electrics Dendrobium. It's a really good high-end class A car. It has good acceleration, good handling and drifting, and good nitro efficiency, but it has pretty bad top speed. But its perfect nitro speed boost will cover up for that. Overall, it's a very good class A car. And I also like to say that for those who are planning to hunt the ATS Automobility Corsa RR Turbo, which has its key hunt going on right now, please hunt it down, as I think that it will be needed in the next special event, so it will be useful if you hunt it. And we finished this race in second place behind another vendor. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Do leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed it so far, and subscribe for more Asphalt 8 and 9 content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.